What does Christmas mean to you? For kids across the globe, this is a holiday associated with giving and receiving, being naughty or nice, or even the spirit of Santa and Rudolph. But in the emerging city of Greenville, South Carolina, Christmas time is associated with an annual football game. What was first a 1v1 game with an all-time quarterback in 2004 battling for a scrap medal off of a soccer goal has now transitioned to a 16-year tradition.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
Thought we was gonna make a minery.
So Steven is the one that did Steven come up with the idea, or is this just
Yeah.
The documentary? Yeah, I think so.
That's how we got linked up with Steven.
I might get a cup of coffee too.
You got some coffee? Yeah, coffee or anything? Water?
I'm good.
I'll take a water.
Alright.
Thanks.
A lot of people do that.
I just got my family just got a little puppy.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
fun.
One of our parents was making food. NFL was on that day. I pretty vividly remember the day we first played. It was me, Steven, and Connor Mattern, a guy that went to Clemson that lives his family lives back there. And that was literally us playing for the piece of a soccer goal that you bought us for our birthday that we just broke apart.
Yeah.
So, the battle of the gridiron stick.
Y'all were just bored that Christmas Eve? Didn't have anything to do?
Yeah. That's pretty much in a nutshell how it started.
Who won the gridiron?
I'm pretty sure if it wasn't me, that'd be a bad thing since I was 5 years old. And it was one-on-one with an all-time quarterback. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I had to have won, or else. And that was when Steven was 6 years. Steven, how old would you have had to be 16 years ago?
I was 5 or 6 years old.
5 or 6 years old, playing with a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old. So the age differences were massive.
So that was 2004?
Yeah, that was 2004. That was the first year.
I mean, that's as good as I remember.
How did that friend group come about? Because y'all are all different ages. Was it just the Stonehaven link?
It was our street bet. When Steven first moved here, I went down there and hung out for a week, and then him and Hayden became best friends.
Yeah, him and Hayden were big buds. So it was 2.5 years between them, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And Hayden actually didn't play the first 2 years. He said it was stupid the first year. And the second year, he got dirt in his eye or mud in his eye and said it was stupid again. So he actually protested the first 2 games.
What do you think the next highlight moment was?
Probably the next year, because it was Max Hartman, John McClendon, Bryce Miller, Teague Jennings, and Steven again. So we only had 6 of us that year. It was 3-on-3 football.
Doubled your numbers, though.
Yeah, we upped the numbers. People brought Kool-Aid jammers and brownies maybe, or cosmic brownies. That kind of turned into oh, maybe we should do this every year type deal. And I think that's really when the tradition started. It was a neighborhood thing. Then it was a friend thing. Then it was a tell your friends thing. And then it was you can just bring whoever. Just let's get everybody together. The streets used to be packed. Our neighbors definitely hated us because there was cars literally the entire cul-de-sac this way and the entire cul-de-sac that way. We had to bring benches from the Stonehaven clubhouse here. So there were benches in our backyard. We had to set up so people could have a place to sit. People were sitting on the swing set. There was nowhere to go on Christmas. I'm sure our neighbors were man, Christmas Eve's gonna suck this year. The Ferrells are having a football game again.
There were 100 kids who wanted to spend time in the backyard. It started off really with just the street and really kids right here, and it just kind of grew out, almost like a wildfire. It kind of started here and burned out.
Obviously, the most memorable game of all time was for sure the Mud Bowl. It's every other memory was great. We had a lot of good games. We got to hang out with everybody. But then the Mud Bowl kind of changed everything.
Worst years where it was so bad.
And it was awesome. It was pouring rain.
The whole yard was bad.
Everybody enjoyed the game.
It was awful. It really was. It was awful.
We ruined the backyard.
If I think about it long enough now, I'm still mad. It was just ruined. There wasn't really anything to do. I think your mom called me and said, it's just going to be bad when you get home. She said, I told Graham and Hayden that they just ruined Christmas for us. And she was kind of right. It was bad.
Oh, it ruined Christmas, for sure.
How many people do you think were there playing?
Had to be 40. Had to be at least. And it was to the point the mud was so deep, when you ran, nobody could move. It was like mud up to right here. You're basically running through a pig pen or a swamp.
Yeah, it's actually, if you've ever been out in a pasture and see where they feed cows,
Yeah.
like where they all come to the same place, what it was like. It was, it was awful.
A cow pasture. I get it, but it turned into a good memory at least. Like a funny memory. Well, we got this switched over to Mauldin Middle, so now people have to jump the fence to get in.
Someone else's problem.
Yeah. The whole school's problem.
This
Good morning.
is
Slam and Sammy Mead coming at you with Football Radio. 470 AM on your dial. It's Friday morning, and we all know what that means.
The underdog story of the year.
Christmas Eve.
Wait on Parker to finish. He only has 7 more minutes to go. Yeah, he's taking this long. So. Parker, you got dropped too, probably because of ankle, right?
Yeah.
Look for rehab.
Like a band.
You know what? Let's go 3 so we can keep the bus story.
I said send Parker to 8.
Dude, I think Boston needs to be 3.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go Boston at 3. He's consistently good every year.
What's up, my boy?
What if we get Bryson Reeves from this guy?
You try to run a zone, he ends up doing cartwheels. It's safe.
Alright, let's go Connor Thompson. Just throw Connor Thompson in there.
Sneaky stud. Any of the dudes that still play rugby, just go and throw them up there.
Not Josh Rogers.
Do not put him up there.
Josh Rogers going in the 90s.
Yeah, do not put him up
Not even
there.
close.
Because he's cheeks.
Yeah, he's cheese.
Like he's a great guy, big heart, but Josh
But Evan, give him Bryce.
Yeah, give him B. Ellis.
He woke up at a bed. He woke up.
You're fired, boy!
Y'all are off.
Make him something like super nerdy, like a Star Wars character.
What if we play in spring? At least let me look good for first play of the game.
I'm hating.
Go ahead, Mr. Landry, Preston.
No.
I was trying to come to Columbia.
Where do we put Saji?
He's got to be top 20.
Dude, he dropped everything.
Hey, that boy might go to the league.
Brad Bumgardner at 30.
I say not top 30, give him 31.
Okay, fair.
What's up, man? Are you rolling? I'm MVP every year. I don't think this year's just gonna change. So.
What's up, boys?
Not enough game film. Because he definitely listens to Jeremy.
Yeah, Moore got too scared and never sent a message.
Not ranked. Put him at not ranked.
All right, ready? Here we go.
Here we go.
Let's see. Yeah, bro. He got a drip on.
Oh, is Bryce Miller in town?
Yeah. This nigga put up on a 1 bill.
He's a real Eric Grant.
It's true.
He said he got to work in 10 minutes.
Let's like gas him on up. I think he needs this.
Gas him up at 81.
Commissioner Z.
Ready?
Game day.
Got a good game, got some good weather. We're gonna get some dubs today.
Yes, sir.
Hey, 12.
All right, Matt, you go 2. Ryan, you go 3.
That's a bitch. That's a bitch.
Straight up. All right, give me an evaluation on that last game. Okay, well, you had Ryan Moore step up in the pocket. Dude thought he was Carson Wentz. This year's Carson Wentz, though. Parker right here, you see with the double-taped ankle. He's about look, see, grabbing the ankle, going outside on the tip, gotta fake the injury.
Gotta fake the injury. I think we're good now. 3 games, win the championship. I think we can do it.
You believe you can win out?
Yeah, we got this.
Let's go! What I tell you, man? You think you can beat me in my game? You can't beat me in my game!
Defense breakdown. Oh shit! You need to do a short bitch and tote that mail.
The fuck is that, Graham? Fine, we never messed that field up. That field's like meant to be played on.
Hi.
Dude, they have no deep letters.
Do you think with the group you'll have now, it's in the future that it would end?
I think like the Christmas Eve group, basically off your point, is like it was a neighborhood thing, then it was like a friend thing, then it was a tell your friends thing, and then that's when it kind of turned into, I would say the last 6 years, more of like a family thing, because when everybody goes to college or moves away, like you don't see these people, but they would make it a point to come home for Christmas, but be at the Christmas Eve game to see people they haven't seen in years. Like I think this year, if it didn't rain and it wasn't disgusting and freezing, I think we would have had a pretty high. I think we would have 50 to 60 people. A freezing cold, pneumonia-ridden, rainy day, 40 degrees, COVID's going on, and you still had 28 people show up. I think that's a testament to the Christmas Eve game.
Ready!
Feeling all right? You got some extra oxygen? Woo.
Use oxygen.
JP!
Lock in. All right, Hut. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. How's that, Connor? How's that?
On the bright side, there's always next year.
That was in the game. As soon as it's over, we out. Who want to tote that mail for the dog?
Fuck, man. Fuck. I'm rushing. We're on the goal line. Ready! 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Go!
TD!
We here, baby.
Woo! Woohoo! Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Thanks for staying. Thank you for staying. See you guys next year. My boy right here. All right, Graham.
I think the fact that y'all had some of the younger guys still show up even when it was raining, like that's a good sign that there could be another group to come in.
The Ryan Moore generation is what I always say, because he asked me if he could take it over last year. He's like, dude, can I take it over? And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, I want it. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, you want it? I mean, he's like, I should take over. I'm the best QB. You know how Ryan was.
Take over what?
Yeah, I was just like, okay. Like, I'm not like, I can't sign you over the Facebook. That's not how this works. There was a ton of good memories in the backyard. Like, there are just so many ridiculous moments. People arguing, like people fighting are honestly some of the best memories. We also played tackle football until probably 2011, and then when everybody gets old,
when do you think we stopped playing tackle?
had to be 2011 or 2012. Like when people started like throwing punches on the ground and stuff. Matt Zarnecki and Dave McDarris got into a fight one year. Matt was wearing his scrubs from his like volunteer nursing job, and he stomped on Dave McDarris' head. Jake McKinney broke John McClendon's shoulder one year. No reason. No reason at all. Ryan Smith threw me into a water hose. Then the next drive, I threw him into the same water hose. For no reason. No reason at all. Ryan Smith may be the nicest guy of all time. I remember one year me and John McClendon got into a screaming match. Me and John McClendon used to get in screaming matches all the time, though. He was an original Christmas Eve guy, but he didn't come. He hasn't been the past like 5 years. I remember Steven crying one year and sobbing because someone scored a touchdown on him too.
Okay.
That may be fake. That may be fake news. I know there was one year we didn't even finish because Bradley Hall, who was a OG Christmas Eve guy, got into a fight with Brennan Reeves at Mauldin Middle and never came back.
He still hasn't been back, right?
He still hasn't been back in 5 years.
Yeah.
He got in a fight with Brennan Reeves and we chanted nah 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 hey hey goodbye. We got eliminated. So we poured a lot of salt on the wound, and that was bad. But yeah, he is completely protesting the game. Like I play basketball with him at 6 a.m. twice a week. And I tried to recruit him. He's like, just can't, man. Just can't come back. I'm like, and he was like a Christmas Eve legend. Like he was there every year. And then one day, him and Brennan Reeves got into a scuffle, and that is all she wrote for him. But one year, me and John McClendon got into an argument, and I called him a fake Christian. I don't remember why, but I called him a fake Christian, like messing with him, and it turned into blows. Like we were yelling at each other about like ex-girlfriends, and the mom was like, "Yeah, y'all probably should shut up. I can hear you from inside the house." So that's probably the most that I would say anybody ever stepped in, and that didn't even come to blows. That was just like a screaming match, which I really don't even remember what it was about. I just remember saying fake Christian, everybody being like.
Are there people from that group that couldn't have stayed in contact with because y'all weren't like as close?
Yeah, the Parkins brothers were two of my favorite. Like they were like really good friends in like middle school, but like we separated in like high school and college, but like they still came to the games. I don't think they came to when I Mauldin Middle, but when it was in the backyard, they came pretty much every year. And like that was our one communication.
Yeah, they moved away, didn't they?
Yeah, they moved to Arizona. Like that's all we talked about was Christmas Eve game. Like that was like our oh dude, yeah, Christmas Eve game, dude, for sure. I mean, Jake Terry is a guy that I see literally once a year, every year in Aaron Saji, and it's at the Christmas Eve game. That's it. Those are the guys. I'm like, oh, what's up, man? How are you doing this year? Good, man. Hadn't seen you since last year. Good to see you, dude. Max Hartman. Max Hartman moved away in like 2009 maybe, 2010, and he still came back like year after year until like probably 2013 or 14. And he lived right across from Teague. Like Teague, when Teague moved away, he still came back. Jed Vick. Jackson Greedo, like all those Chess, all those guys that moved away, like ended up coming back, and at least even though they didn't play, they'd hang out.
Right.
Bryce Miller was there this year.
Yeah, wasn't
he lives in New Orleans now. And he came.
Oh,
back.
does he really? I didn't know that.
Yep.
No.
He came back and hung out. So